There is no right or wrong age to go to Disneyland Paris. Walt Disney's own vision was to make the kind of entertainment that would appeal to every member of the family. There is so much to do at Disneyland Paris for all to enjoy, and that also includes any small children you may have in your group. In this video, I'm going to talk about all of the rides that you can do with small children that are travelling with you to Disneyland Paris. Disneyland Paris has some fantastic rides, from white knuckle rides, thrill rides, interactive rides, and more relaxing and smaller rides. There's definitely something for everyone. Starting with Fantasyland. If you do have smaller children in your group who do want to do some rides, then I would highly recommend Le Carousel de Lancelot. This stunning carousel ride in the middle of Fantasyland looks like it has been taken from an enchanting fairy tale and placed in the middle of the park. There are no height restrictions for this ride as you won't be going very fast, but any child under the age of 7 must be accompanied by someone over the age of 15, and this rule is applied to all rides across both parks at Disneyland Paris. So take up the reins and embark on an enchanting ride on Sir Lancelot's very own merry-go-round. Next up, there is the Casey Jr. Le Petit Train de Circuit. Again, there are no height requirements for this ride and is located towards the back of Fantasyland. This mini roller coaster ride is great for little ones who want to experience a roller coaster style ride, but it's not a ride that will scare them. A really well themed ride with each car being slightly different in style. Join the circus and jump on board the jolly little train from Dumbo for a gentle trip up, down and around the miniature marvels of Storybookland. Then why not hop on Le Pays de Contes de Fées, or as we like to call it, the Storybook Ride, as it features a giant storybook at the beginning of the ride, set off on a voyage to magical miniature lands where classic works of literature and memorable Disney moments are brought to life. Again, no height requirements for this ride. One of the most iconic rides at Disneyland Paris, Peter Pan's Flight. As far as iconic rides go at Disneyland Paris, Peter Pan's Flight is definitely up there, with no height requirements, but more often than not, a lot of patience required, as queues for this super popular ride can get pretty lengthy. It's definitely worth the wait as you swoosh through the skies in a magic galleon over starlit London before sweeping into Neverland, where mermaids, pirates, and of course Peter await. And don't forget to pack your pixie dust. Two rides that are literally steps apart from each other are the Snow White and Pinocchio ride, both in Fantasyland. Both have no height requirements, but these are dark rides, with the Snow White ride taking you through the magical land in a minecart to discover how the 7 dwarfs helped her defeat the evil queen. And then for the Pinocchio ride, you will join him and his friend Jiminy Cricket on an incredible quest to become a real boy in a no strings attached adventure. Over in Discoveryland, Buzz Lightyear's Laser Blast is a family fun attraction. This interactive attraction will have you blasting lasers at targets dotted around the course of the ride to earn points. No height requirements on this one, so you can all blast off into space and help Buzz defeat Zorg in this intergalactic laser shooting gallery ride. If your kids would like to experience driving for the first time, then Autopia in Discoveryland can be loads of fun. With a height requirement of 81 centimetres, you can have so much fun and be laughing about it for a while after leaving the ride. So jump in the driving seat and zoom around the colourful scenery in your very own car. There are 3 rides that are very similar but have different theming and also have no height requirements. And they are Orbitron in Discoveryland, Dumbo the Flying Elephant in Fantasyland, and the Flying Carpets of Agrabah in the Walt Disney Studios Park. These rides are super fun and a must-do whilst at Disneyland Paris. Over in Adventureland, if you have any pirate fans in your group, then the Pirates of the Caribbean ride is a great adventure. There are no height requirements for this ride, however, inside it can be pretty dark and very loud, and could possibly put some very young children off the ride. My twins rode it for the first time when they were 5 and absolutely loved it, but all children are different. So I would gauge it for yourself. And then I would also apply this same rule to Phantom Manor. There are no height requirements for Phantom Manor, but the ride is dark and spooky. There are no jump scares, but could be frightening for little ones. Again, Phantom Manor is another one of our twins' favourite rides. Over in the Walt Disney Studios Park, for any Spider-Man fans, in the Avengers Campus, Spider-Man Web Adventure is another interactive ride that has no height requirements and is a family fun ride. Unleash your inner hero in an action-packed mission alongside Spidey himself. The ride's themed around Peter Parker's Spider-Bots multiplying and are now beyond control and are running amok. It's now down to you and your group on board a web slinger vehicle and to sling your webs to help catch all the bots before they wreak total techno havoc across the campus. Still in the Walt Disney Studios Park, for any Cars fans in your group, and even if you aren't particular Cars fans, these next two rides are super fun and don't have any height requirements. First up is the Cars Quartet Ruse Rally. It's a spinning ride, and this ride always makes me laugh. Rev up your engines and zoom alongside Lightning McQueen in this speedy circuit. The second Cars theme ride is a little more relaxing and a good excuse to just sit down and relax for a short while as you take a scenic course along the most legendary highway of the American Southwest and pass by some stunning nature-made and Cars-made sights. Keep your camera ready as you'll even see some famous friends or two from Radiator Springs. Now, seeing as you're in Paris, a must-do ride in the Walt Disney Studios Park is of course Ratatouille The Adventure. With no height requirements, this fun 3D trackless epic ride will shrink you down to the size of Remy to duck, dive, dodge and scurry to safety in a dazzling chase across a gigantic kitchen. As you exit from the ride, you will also get a glimpse of Bistro Chez Remy. Over in the Toy Story section of the Studios Park, there is another mini-style roller coaster. Well, it's more of a mini roller coaster, and that's Slinky Dog Zigzag Spin. With no height requirements for this ride, you will add some spring in your little one's steps with an up, down and all around bouncing ride on the back of Slinky Dog himself. Up next is the Toy Story Parachute Drop, just over from Slinky Dog Zigzag Spin. This does have a height requirement of 81 centimetres and is a little more thrilling as you join the toy soldiers to parachute drop behind enemy lines. These are just some of the rides at Disneyland Paris, but these rides are ones that your entire family can enjoy together. If you did find this video useful, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and please consider subscribing, and I'll see you again soon.